Hey everybody, it's Joy. Hello to returning friends and welcome if you are new. If you enjoy today's video, let me know by hitting that like button or leaving me a comment. If you'd like to enjoy more of my videos, please subscribe and ring that little bell. Now on to today's video. Welcome back to Mordalgo, where I am building a pedestrian utopia in Cities Skylines using the concept of the 15-minute city. Today I'm going to work on filling out this whole area over here. I don't know how much we'll get done today, but I want to create an art-focused community. I want to use the Art Deco housing. I love those. Both the low and the high density are really nice, so I'm excited to play with some ideas on those. I want to create a school of fine arts. I want a flea market where the artists can either gather supplies or sell things that they make. And then I want to create some artist lofts, and then of course some art installations around the neighborhood. I think this is going to be really fun and just a different way of approaching building out a new area. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do, you'll notice along the top here, I've brought through our couplet. So we've got our one-way bike lanes couplet going all the way through, and now I just really want to think about how to kind of attach this to the other side of this neighborhood and kind of encapsulate this area. The other thing I want to do is draw in a new tram line all the way through our couplet and continue that all the way around and meet up with the waterfront tram. And that will provide transportation, public transportation on this side of town, which was really lacking. So let me get this all in and I'll get our tram line set up, and then we can start building out our neighborhood. Okay, the trams are set up. The next thing is I grab our bike road and pull that through again. And then I use the trick that we did when we first started the city, is with this Art Deco residential area where I imagine our artists will live. I'm going to use our really nice grass-lined residential streets and then create again a neighborhood with no through traffic and use the pedestrian roads on the outskirts to make sure that we're still connected for emergency vehicles, but really create an area where you don't see a lot of traffic, especially no through traffic. And then of course I go through and make some key connections with our pedestrian paths. I am going with the amusement park path with trees this time, trying to create a different vibe and feel for this neighborhood. I also go through and make sure that we've got key pedestrian connectivity to our new tram stops. So I'm going to be using Find It to create this neighborhood by just basically searching for the Art Deco buildings, looking at the lot sizes, and then plotting out from there. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys like how it turns out. I love how this looks. I go through and mark every building as historical as I want them all to stay in place. And if you know me by now, yes, I have also marked this whole area for a local and organic produce. So right here in the middle of the neighborhood, I'm just gonna pop in a few buildings, and we'll come back at some point and detail the inside of this artist community. On just the outskirts of the neighborhood here, I make sure all the services are there so people can walk to everything within 15 minutes. All right, and on this little side of the neighborhood is where I want to put what I'm considering the artist loft area, where artists can go work and create their art, and maybe there's some work live spaces as well. I wasn't happy with what was coming in organically, so I used Find It for this area as well, just to kind of be able to select the look that I was wanting to achieve. The next thing is I put down some parking, and then I grab the Lazarette Plaza. I love that plaza, and I place it as kind of a entrance to this community, and I really like how it turned out. I hope you guys like this as well. I just love this as an entrance to our little artist community on this side of town. Next, I start working on the outline for our fine arts school. I imagine that this is a school that is not only for high school age, but also potentially some college age, and maybe also it's a place where younger students come for field trip type activities. I just envision it being a fine arts school that can be used for multiple different purposes within the community. And again, I'm going to use some of the university assets in this area. I kept playing a bit of Tetris here with some different assets, and I really wasn't liking how this was turning out, so I end up removing everything and starting over. And the end result I think you guys will really like, but yeah, I played with this for a while and I just wasn't happy. And I think it's okay to do like City Planner would do and call a mulligan and kind of rethink how you're placing your buildings if you're not totally happy with it. And there we go, a little switcheroo. Move the buildings around. I ended up being much happier with this placement. I make a couple tweaks as I go through and do the detailing. Speaking of detailing, we're going to take a little time now and enjoy a detailing session of the Fine Arts Campus. When we return from our detailing, we are going to build our flea market, which I am so excited about. So sit back and relax, and I'll catch you guys on the other side. Here we are. Final task for the day is filling in this area with a open air flea market. I love making these kind of farmer market type vibe places, and I just always have so much fun with these. So I play whack-a-mole for quite a while till I get what I'm looking for. Once that's done, we get to jump in and add a few final details. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It is time to plant some trees and pull this place together with a little bit of landscaping. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. A little bit of a short one, but I had so much fun pulling together this art-focused community and new neighborhood. I think it fills out the side of our town really nicely. I am so excited for our next episode. We can get all the detailing done around our tram lines, and also we're going to work on the waterfront. Thank you again for all your comments and feedback. I really appreciate all of it so much. I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time.